Hello, everybody. It's me. I'm here to review the new Taylor Swift album, Evermore. She just released it Friday. I heard about it from Carson Daly, and then I went to go get them. I went and got the album last night, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to review that album vocally. I'm not going to be playing her music because I don't want my video being shut down to make her money or copyright infringement. But I will audibly tell this, okay? And my phone automatically put them in alphabetical orders to a certain extent. So if it's not in the exact album order that's on the album, that's not my fault. Blame it on my phone. But I'll be going through this alphabetically thus-wise. Let's see. There's "'Tis the Season," and "'Tis the Season" has symbols on the front of the song, so it throws that to the front. Yeah, "'Tis the Damn Season." To me, it was weak, and there was no real direction to it. I mean, it really didn't lack. It didn't hold me well enough to do much. I thought it seemed a little, I don't know, weird. But then you go. Then there's a second song, "Champagne Problems." It was kitschy. It was juvenile, and it was way too somber. I mean, I don't know if she's going through a blue phase or if she's trying to do a pop jazzy thing, but it doesn't work. At least not for me anyway. And yeah, at that point, I started to worry. During Champagne Problems, I actually started to worry. Then we get to the next song, "Closure," and again, like I said, this isn't in the order that the album comes in. But these are my phone automatically alphabetizes them instead of putting them in numerical order because I generally listen to all the songs, and unlike a play, it doesn't go in. Unlike a play, it doesn't have to go in order. Then there's "Closure." "Closure." I forgot what I was listening to as I was listening to it. It's literally pedantic. This song was so below the mark, it was bad. And I realize there are certain people who are going to say I'm wrong. Like I said, this is me giving the album my review. But yeah, "Closure," already forgot about it. I already forgot this song while listening to it. That's just it doesn't hold anything. It doesn't catch me. It doesn't hold me. None of that. Next up is "Coney Island." You'll have to forgive me for speaking bluntly, but what the fuck is this? Coney Island? At this point, most of the songs are talking about mild, somber heartbreak. It's fucking pedantic. Come on. You're going to make, so far, the first four songs are about breakups? What guy fucking betted you and did you regret so much you decided to start out four damn albums? And if you have people writing your songs, more than three, what the hell is their issue? Okay, on to "Cowboy Like Me." This one actually caught my interest. Sounds like a good start, a good starting song. I don't know, I think this is like halfway through the album anyway. But "Cowboy Like Me" actually stuck out enough for me to pay attention to it. And it kind of had the beginning of a country song to it. So yeah, it's not a bad song. It was kind of a departure from what we've been hearing from Taylor Swift for a while. So that's always a welcome thing because this pop shit just isn't working out for her. I'm sure people still love her music, but she started in country. I think she should start letting her roots show instead of worrying about what's going to be popular. When you worry about what's popular, you're going to end up pleasing nobody. Next up, Dorothea. Dorothea kind of makes me want to listen. It wasn't a bad song. It wasn't a pedantic piece of trash and being all somber and crap. It wasn't. It wasn't just a lover's lament style thing. I actually listen. I listened to most of that track before I had to move on. Then there's Evermore, the title track to the album, the song that's supposed to ebb over. It seems poignant. Lamentable, but okay. It's not holy crap. I have to listen to this song now. It was more of a okay. If this came on the radio, this would be one of the songs you could talk to your friend while you're listening to it. To me, I mean, I enjoyed all of Taylor Swift's earlier work, but but her latest albums just haven't done anything for me. I've listened to two or three of them, and they're not getting me. They're not catching me, and I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm hoping for something like We're Never, Ever, Ever Getting Back Together, or pretty much any of her earlier works. But this seems like this album starts to feel like she had a one night stand that it was almost a friendship and then turned into a one night stand, and now she regrets it because the guy she had a one night stand with won't give her the time of day or pretends like nothing ever happened. So it becomes lamentable and repetitive. You can't have an entire album about a one night stand breaking up with you when you guys really weren't together, when you guys were just friends or hanging out. So, yeah. Then there was Gold Rush. Gold Rush. Two separate words. Gold Rush sounds like I've heard it before. It was repetitive, but any word you could think of to be droll. And a lot of these songs really do sound like they're repetitive. They sound like, okay, let's give it a different sound, but keep it all familiar. No, change it the hell up. This entire album seems like the same rhythm, the same nuance. It's like, okay, I understand he broke your heart. You spread your legs, move on with life. Then there's Happiness. The song Happiness, the lyrics aren't too bad, but I wouldn't say it's a keeper. If you had more of an upbeat to it, maybe a more pop beat or even a country beat, for God's sake, it would actually be pretty good. But the lyrics are the things that stuck out to me on this particular song. I mean, I really did enjoy the lyrics, but the lyrics aren't going to save a song. That's like saying that the Macarena's lyrics are amazing. No, the only thing amazing about the Macarena is the beat. The rhythm, not the lyrics. Okay. Ivy. It might be a catchy tune, but seems pedantic. It's a kitschy thing. It's stupid. It might be a pop thing, but it doesn't feel like Taylor Swift is actually putting out her best effort. It seems like she's just having a bunch of people write songs with her and then throwing it out on an album and seeing what sticks. It doesn't make any sense on this song. Then there is Long Story Short. Females might find it appealing. I thought it was forgettable. My mind started to wander within a minute and a half of listening to the song, so I let it roll on and skipped to the next song. That's how bad this is. Okay, then there's Marjorie, a song that is not only forgettable, but it's actually a pretty laughable thing. While I was listening to this song, the beginning sounded like it might be something, and then you get a minute in and you find yourself trying to look for something to do. At least in my case, I found myself looking for something to do because the song was forgettable, boring, pedantic. Everything that's wrong with this song is rather obvious. Okay, then there's Nobody, No Crime. This one stuck the hell out. pleasant country-ish vibe. It had it seemed like there was this country undertone flowing through the whole thing, which made it listenable. And I actually listened to the entire song. This one not only caught me, but kept me. That's Nobody, No Crime. It was arguably probably the best song on this album. I mean, the closest one to it is probably Cowboy Like Me. Yeah, I would say that as of this far, Cowboy Like Me and Dorothea are the only one. I'd say those are the only other two that compete with it thus far. It really was a good song. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like, holy crap, I have to listen to this. It was, no, excuse me, it's the normal, okay, this song sounds okay, and then you want to keep listening to it, not because, oh my god, it's so good, it's because it's worth listening to. Okay, next up, Tolerated. Seems whiny, depressing. This song not only set the bar low, it let the bar bounce off the floor. I thought it was kind of useless. Now, remember, this is all just my opinion. You can bash me all you want. I don't give a damn. But Tolerate really lowered the bar. It's depressing and whiny, and I don't know what the hell these people were going through when they wrote these songs, but somebody do something besides eat a barrel of ice cream. Then there was the last song, Willow. Willow was forgettable, shrill, whiny, and repetitive. Now that we've come to the end of this album, I want to say this. Most of this album was a complete fucking waste of time. She made an album full of Lover's Lament crap that was whiny and all this other crap. She's what, 30 some odd years old, I guess? Or just turned 30, something like that. And she wrote almost an entire fucking album about breakups and how miserable it feels and all this. Don't we have enough fucking breakup albums where the entire album is nothing but a bunch of Lover's Lament shit? In my opinion, I think that Nobody, No Crime is the top track on this album. I also think that Cowboy Like Me is probably the second best, followed by Dorothea. Everything else is either repetitive or it's on the lamentable side. I really wish Taylor Swift would come out with another country album or country-ish album. And I'm not even a country freak. My wife's a country freak, and I listen to country music, and normally I can tell right off the bat when something's going to be a super smash hit. I didn't get that vibe off of any of these. The closest one would be Nobody, No Crime, and for me that's saying something because I thought it was going to be either a complete stinkfest or a complete and triumphant return for Taylor Swift. For me, I'm going to say for this particular album, Evermore, lady, fire your writers. If other people are helping you write this stuff, you don't need an entire album dedicated to pissing, moaning, and whining about how some young kid your age did you wrong. It's time to go past that. But yeah, that's my album review for Taylor Swift's Evermore. This is going to be up here on YouTube, as you can see, and probably Facebook, just to see what I get out of that, and maybe even Anchor, but I'm not sure. So you guys have a terrific day, and I would say if you're going to download the album, do so knowing you may get disappointed. So peace out, have fun, and be young.